My name is Ngalo. We are at the Bertha Retreat, an activist center. This is a space that young people from different land and housing movements in Cape Town, movements like Housing Assembly, Reclaim the City, Indibano, they've asked for a space where they can come together with other youth who may not have been involved in the past in the land and housing struggle, to sort of work on understanding the context that they find themselves in. The program looked at the history and the making of the working class in South Africa. A lot of the time we take for granted that things have always been this way, but the youth had expressed a need, a wanting to know why is it that they find themselves living in occupations, why do they live in these informal settlements, why do they not have access to basic needs. And this is all because of man-made structures that continue to be sustained by those in power.
Most Lucha, they don't know much about East South Africa, they don't know much about into ezezethu esizidingayo suppose siyazifumana, more especially esizivinjwa yi-City of Cape Town aziqutha ukuthi ngenkani, such as umhlaba. We do need land, we do need kule mhlaba sihlala kuyo, it has to be a proper land, not nje umhlaba esizohlala kuwo ufika sihlala kwi-informal settlements. We do need also nathi sibe kwi-CBDs because there kukho abantwana abafundayo phayana abafunda ezitawuni, so nabafuneke baye phayana because of i-transport iyadura from Delft to Cape Town. It's very, very, very expensive, guys. 50 rand in return, so imagine.
We've gathered here as a group of young people from all sorts of areas within the Western Cape to come and learn about the history of the landscape in the Western Cape and for us to solidify our place and our role in today's politics. We saw in the learnings that we had over this camp that Ashley Krill's fight is still our fight. We're still fighting the same injustices, the same systems that took away people from this earth, and yet nothing has changed. And so as the young people of this organization and young people from all over Cape Town, we've come together to say, you know what, aluta continua, and know nothing about us without us. We are willing to fight for our land, we're willing to change the injustices, if not in our lifetime, maybe in the next lifetime, but we're willing to stand up and have our voices heard. We also learned that, you know, one-sided stories don't work. They are no longer the narrative. We will tell our stories.
When I came here, I only thought of if we are having a political program or something, it's story, and maybe public speaking. I never got to understand the role of journalists, presenters, news medias, all those stuff in the struggle. So at least from these 2-3 days that I spent here, now I can see that even the issue of media is also important.
It was very, very nice, and I was motivated. Also, like resources as well as NU, like pamphlets from the start, like bazene information that thina besingayazi, some of it like besiva ebantwini, but then singekho sure, and ungekho sure ngento you can't say most emntwini ba kukho into so. But now since sisho ngayo, like you can go deeper, and like even if abantu bakubuza imibuzo, you can answer those questions.
I'd love for more young people all over the country, but especially in Cape Town where we see great inequality continue to mobilize, and I'd like for the movements and the different land and housing organizations that exist, I'd like for us to work together to create programs that are collaborative but also aligned. Currently in the Cape Town land and housing struggle, we are working together, however we're not very aligned, and we do have a tendency to work in silos. And through this group, what I've seen is that should we come together and start planning together and ensure that all our efforts are aligned towards a similar purpose, and a lot can change.